Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. This is the Polo Association of Uganda. We bring you the last tournament of the year as we enter into the year 2025, only 2 days shy. And we are in Kansanga together with Lama Bar and Restaurant, together with Cas Bar and Lounge. The Polo Association of Uganda brings you all this action. My name is DMS. To bring you the live commentary together with my brothers from ATA. Bringing you action on the center table is Kayanja Ibra breaking, playing against another Ibra, Sejjemba. This is the clash of the Ibras and this is the last 8. Remember, at this very level, all players are assured of a quick 100k. Okay? But the fight remains on. Remember, we are fighting to get 2 million shillings, eventual winner for the men, and 1.5 million shillings for the ladies. This is the very first game of the clash. Kayanja Ibra and Sejjemba Ibra. Well, it looks like Sejjemba tried to close the table on yellow and failed. Ball remained in the jaws of the table, and now Ibra Kawalimu or Ibrahim Musiraamu. Of course, it's called Musiraamu because he's always wearing that headgear. He's a Muslim man. Both of them are actually Muslim. And just to remind you that before these guys actually made it to this very stage, Ibra Kayanja, who is now on the table, eliminated the current seed number 1 of Uganda, Chandiga Caesar, on that very same table. And just before that as well, Sejjemba Ibra eliminated the Zambian player, Moses Mofire, 6-1 from the round of 16 to actually make it to the quarterfinal. So all of them are done really well. This is where it comes down. The 2 or 3 most on-form players in this tournament, according to me so far, has been Kayanja Ibra, Sejjemba Ibra, Kasozi Joseph, Senyonjo Glorious, together with Kenneth Odong. So I wouldn't be surprised if among the 5 names I've mentioned is the eventual winner. But who knows, apart from God? Hard work, luck, everything is not going to come to play or has to come in play at this level. This is a round of 8. Rest to 6. Ibra Kayanja on the yellows. Has been playing quite well from the very beginning. Remember, he is already putting some pressure off himself because of the elimination of some of the top guns. But if you're out there and you are watching this very live stream, I would want to thank you and appreciate you in a very special way. Especially our friends who are not in the country, but even those who are in different parts of Uganda, in Mbarara, in Mbale, in Jinja, those who are catching this live stream from Entebbe, those who are within Masaka, Luwero, in Igulu, and even those who are in West Nile and probably the other parts of the east like Tororo, Soroti, we appreciate you. And Ibra Kayanja with the first block here, drawing first blood, ladies and gentlemen. Good shot, leading 1-0. This is how it all started when he was eliminating Caesar. He led, kept leading all throughout until he knocked him out. Sejjemba Ibra to break. Rest to 6, ladies and gentlemen, round of 8. This is the Polo Association of Uganda's end of year championship. Proudly sponsored by National Council Sports, together with, of course, Lama Bar and Lounge, together with Cas Lounge. Sejjemba Ibra to break. comment right there quickly from Joseph Namaza from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you, man. The games are a little bit hard to call today because when Caesar was on table, a multitude of fans were watching from the sides. Then Caesar was beaten. Same guy who eliminated Caesar has been rewarded with 2 shots here. Kayanja Ibra was once seed number 1 of Uganda, with the chance to redeem, of course, his position because he went out of the top 8 seeded players. Has chosen yellow here, and he's up against, of course, Sejjemba Ibra. Now, like I said earlier on, Kayanja Ibra has had such a roller coaster ride in the year 2024, especially when it comes to the Nile Special National League. He is the current top scorer of our domestic league. That's Kayanja Ibra on table. Plays for the team called Scrap Buyers. They are based at Pacify Hotel in Wakaliga. Playing against Roxbury's captain and top player in the names of Sejjemba Ibra. Sejjemba Ibra is the second in command when it comes to top scorers of the domestic league. So it is top scorer 1 versus top scorer 2. Oh, very unfortunate. He had taken such a nice shot, only denied by the jaws of the table. Sejjemba Ibra to play now. He plays red. Sejjemba representing Roxbury Pool Club, based in Chiwanga off Namamve. He's their captain. He is their top scorer and looking for his very first game here up against Kayanja Ibra. Ibra again on the reds. Sejjemba Ibra here looking to restore some parity. Of course, leading is Kayanja Ibra, but now the other Ibra, called Sejjemba, goes by the code name The Killer, trying to equalize here on Bra. He does quite well, and that is 1-1. Sejjemba Ibra 1, Kayanja Ibra 1. Our people who are from Jinja, thank you so much for also following the stream. The association in Jinja also just concluded their domestic league. They work hand in hand, of course, with the Polo Association of Uganda. And they also have another end-of-year tournament. This one will be starting tomorrow, 30th, all the way to the 31st of December. It's going to be hosted at Paradise Sport. And the registration is still 30K. They are giving out $1 million shillings all the way to 50K. For those who participate and make it between 5 and number 8. So Eric Akwi is the person that will be registering all this money. Big up to him, manager Idi and the Akwi Fashions as well. The Ginger Pole Association are bringing you this super action just before you enter the new year, right there at Paradise Spot. I've been there before. And watch out for that action. This is another way to make some money before we make it to 2025. All right, so Sejjemba, after equalizing, chasing for the first frame that will put him in the lead right here on our center table. All the action courtesy of our Facebook page and our YouTube page.
Number 4.
Well, Sejjemba Ibra has such a huge profile ahead of him. He's not as old as his profile. He's a man who has been dining with the princes and the kings of this very, very game. I remember when he was still a young lad playing for Capital Knight under the stewardship of Musiraamu Nachito Grace, Peter Malay, and Mr. Kanakulia Michael. He made a lot of news then. He was actually one of the most feared players in the country. He was taken to South Africa, played his first or his maiden tournament. Right? He was the captain even then. So part of his profile, he has also moved continentally to Zambia, where they held a couple of tournaments. The Matthew Ongulube tournament, which he won by knocking out Victor, a guy called Victor, Zambian player, on the final. And then also, of course, we remember very vividly last year, another continental tournament was in Kenya called the Mochana Open, that had almost all the good players in Africa in attendance, and still this young man here, Sejjemba Ibra, was the eventual winner, bagging almost 18 million Uganda shillings. He's no stranger to such pressure. He has actually been there, done it, and today he comes back in that very, very same strength and profile to take on one of Uganda's sharpest shooters of this generation, the man who just knocked out Caesar Chandiga in this very tournament. And it's standing at 1-1. Ibra Sejjemba 1, Ibra Kayanja 1. Otherwise, in case you are interested in finding out some of the results of the done games, or even some of the fixtures of the upcoming games, all you need to do is, if you have a smartphone, smart gadget, just log on to www.qscore.com. Qscore is CUESCORE.com. Click on tournaments, then look out for the Pole Association of Uganda. You'll see there's a category for ladies and a category for men, and then when you click on any one of them, you will be able to find out what has been, or what is to come, or what is currently happening in real time. Ibra on the yellows. Okay, he tried to open up that yellow that was on the rail and did that, but very minimal strength, so he's going to need to force another shot here. But when you look at how the Reds are strategically positioned, you know that Kayanja Ibra is just waiting for an opportunity to get off that chair, and I'm sure If Ibra doesn't produce any magic here, this game should be gone. Well, let's see what Ibra has to produce. Sejjemba here on the yellow. Tries to take the ball off the dead red and fails, creating an opportunity for Musiraamu. Ibra Kayanja on the go here, trying to run the reds through and probably hunt for his second frame. He pots and he even opens up that ball to be played maybe later on for center. You see, among the top players in the country, I think the guy that has one of the most entertaining styles is this guy right here, Kayanja Ibra. He's very, very entertaining. You see, if you're looking for a guy to play you those nice suave spins, this is your guy. Currently, he is the top scorer of the Nile Special National League. The league is still going on, however, it went into a half break and will be returning next year in 2025. But as it stands, he is the top scorer, and the man seated down that he's playing with is the second top scorer in that league. Kayanja Ibra on table is the one who plays for Scrap Buyers Pool Club, and then the guy who is coming on table now, called Sejjemba Ibra, plays for Roxbury Pool Club, which is best in Chiwanga, and that is of course a branch off from Namamve, somewhere after just after the Coca-Cola plant. Amazing but true that Ibra Kayanja failed to pot the ball that you're seeing where Ibra is standing. Even me, I'm wondering, with all the strength that he used, how did that ball not go in? But if Ibra Sejjemba can get this right, fails. Tried to take a double, but the white was great. He had given himself very good control of the game right there. And I'm sure with this opportunity, Kawalimo, like they call him, the machine, like he calls himself, has an opportunity to extend his lead here to 2 with about 41 more minutes remaining. White is over the black, but that's okay. Recon is probably going to pot and take the black in center. Center usually teases very many players, but not Ibra. Not today. Kayanja Ibra leads 2-1 right here in a quarter-final clash between the two Ibras, top scorers of the domestic league in Uganda. The Polo Association of Uganda in Unity We Excel, bringing you all the live action on Facebook and on YouTube. And you can remember to always like, subscribe, and share. Let your friends and your family members know that this game can be reached from anywhere in this part of the world. And looking at some of the messages coming through right here very quickly. So on Facebook, we want to appreciate Kato Lawrence, watching from St. Petersburg in Russia. Wow. You are routing for Caesar. It's bad that is out, so sorry. Now you are actually all the way for Kevin. Big up to you, Jeremy. Watching you live from Ghana, that is Leila. Thank you so much, Kato Lawrence. Then Ronnie Wafula, you are actually, I think, on Sejjemba. Kayanja is playing for TV. That's what Moses Lloyd said. And Moses Lloyd, somebody said, if you think he's playing for TV, why don't you go ahead and play for radio? Now I'm detecting a lot of violence coming up. William Wansa, you are alive. I see you. Martin, you're like, Ibra is the real machine. Indeed. All right, thank you so much. I'll be checking in, of course, back and forth on the messages coming through on our Facebook. My name is DMS, and I'm live on commentary together with my brothers of ATA, Advanced Talent Africa, and we making sure we bring you the best of the pictures here in real time. And we're live at Lamar Bar and Restaurant. In case you're having any problems with the sound or picture, please let us know, because sometimes all these technical glitches, sometimes we are overwhelmed by technology. Otherwise, if it's all good, let's all have a good time as we watch some of the best players in the country right about now. Kayanja Ibra leading 2-1. Kayanja Ibra on the yellows. Fails to pot, and an opportunity given to Ibra Sejjemba. This is last 8, rest to 6. It is timed, and they all have 38 minutes on the clock. Meanwhile, some of the results from elsewhere. Quick results on what's happened, of course, in the quarterfinals for the ladies. Last 8, Rukia Naiga unbelievable, but Rukia Naiga penalties were played between her and Zaimat, and it looks like Rukia Naiga went through to the next round. She's the defending champion in the ladies category, so she is into the semi-final. Brenda Akiro lost to Rita Nemusima 3-6. Rita is in the semi-final. Chisache Marion and Amina Faith are 4-4 as we speak right now. Clearly means if they run out of time and it's standing at 4-4, they might possibly play penalties or play to completion, depending on the assessment of the umpire. But Rashida Mutesi was very unforgiving. She beat Sharon Obako 6-1. So those are the current standings for the ladies who have gone to the semifinals. Congratulations. For the men, we are still waiting. There will be clashes, of course, between Kelvin Nkandu and Kasozi Joseph. Game to watch. Senyonjo Glorious Najib Matovu of Mokono Pool Club of Greater Mokono. Then Kazibwe Ian against Odong Kenneth in the other quarterfinal clash. Others back to the center table. Ibra Sejjemba and Ibra Kayanja. Kayanja is leading 2-1. Kayanja is on table playing yellow. You know, just like how we have video assistant referee, VAR in football, I think also in pool, it's good if the umpire has an assistant somewhere, you know, an assistant who can actually make sure the decisions are not biased, there are no mistakes. There was a bit of contention between the ladies' game between Zaimat and Rukia. I still don't understand how Rukia has made it, but I knew that Zaimat had already won, so maybe later on we will be able to look at how that situation was assessed. Right now, Kayanja Ibra just wanted to get his white off that cushion, pots his yellow and pot the black in center, which he actually failed. gave an opportunity to Sejjemba Ibra now to come back on table. Ibra on the reds. Ibra calls himself the killer. That is Sejjemba Ibra. And then the other Ibra, Kayanja, calls himself the machine. It's the machine against the killer. I don't know if the killer can kill the machine or the machine will kill the killer. You and I will be witness today in this quarter-final clash. Ibra unfortunately pots the yellow, which is not his ball. Tried to make an off ball. However, things failed, and now Kayanja Ibra, the machine, has been rewarded with 2 shots. Ladies and gentlemen, what is he going to do here? Plays his first free shot. His eye is on the black, and he wants to put it in the corner left pocket. Yes, he does. Extends the lead here, 3-1. Rest to 6. Remember, this is how it all was when he was playing Chandiga Caesar. It all looked like too early to call until Caesar tried to pull 2 back. Then he went to 4, and then eventually went to 5. Caesar pulled 1 back, and then he was finished at 6-3. So could this be a replica of what we just watched earlier on? We don't know. You and I will have to be witness here. But umpire Kasumba Tom, umpire with a lot of experience, he says he has been officiating for the last 15 years or even more. Used to be a pool player back in the day, now an official umpire for the association, and is in charge of this game right here between the 2 Ibras, the machine and the killer. As it stands, of course, they take a time break. Sejjemba Ibra 1, Kayanja Ibra 3. Oh, so now we are back. The games are back on center table between the two Ibras. And this time around, Sejjemba Ibra is in charge. After the break, Sejjemba Ibra is just about to nominate the color of choice. But as it stands, they went into a short break. Sejjemba Ibra was on 1, still is. And Ibra Kayanja, the one with the headgear, Muslim headgear, is leading 3-1. Rest to 6. This is a quarter-final clash. As it stands, ladies and gentlemen, I need to remind you that all of these players are dressed in the official semi or quarter-finalist t-shirt, courtesy of our sponsor, but they are already 100,000 shillings rich. Remember, the eventual winner will bag will bag 2 million shillings for the men's categories, 1.5 for the second, 750 for the third, 400,000 for the fourth. And every single person in the quarterfinal has 100,000 Uganda shillings. In the ladies category, the eventual winner will be bagging 1.5 million Uganda shillings. Second position is 750,000 shillings. Third position, 400, then 200, and then 100,000 shillings for all the quarterfinalists.
Adam Kenneth will be playing Kazuya Ian. That game is already there on table 4. And Ian is leading 2-1. It's the Jets quarter-finals. Welcoming everyone to Lamal Bangladesh. It's the Power Indonesia Championship.
Oh, very interesting comments that I'm seeing here, but someone said Banove Wagira, and that comment is supposed to mean that that's from Benjamin. You probably were meaning Ibra, the two Ibras. No, it's not that they are all supporting each other, but somehow, you know, when I was talking to Caesar earlier on, I asked him what happened. You lost miserably to Ibra, and he said that is sports. You know, you lose some to win some, or you win some to lose some. That's how life is. Ruben, he said, nice. Come on, Musiraamu from Firebase. Marcus, I see you. Jonathan, you said Kasozi versus Kelvin. That game is already on. Unfortunately, we cannot bring you all the games, but all we can give you is the results. All we can give you is the results, and one game in particular is on, and this is the center table where the two Ibras are playing. One is a killer, one is a machine. But what I can tell you and assure you is the machine is in cruise control here. He's leading 3-1 against the killer. The Ginger Pole Association, represented here by Nolan Mugabe, they have their end of year tournament at Paradise Sport, and that will be starting tomorrow all the way to the 31st as we enter into the new year. Registration is all underway. You could find out more details about that on their association's official pages. Ginger Pole Association. But they're also giving out 1 million shillings for position number 1. He cannons the ball off the cushion. The machine is back, ladies and gentlemen. And this time it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, it is Kayanja Ibra. And now he has 5 yellows to make it to game of frame number 4. Ibra. Nice. Nice. Kayanja Ibra in cruise control here. Remember, it is all time best. 23 minutes on the clock remaining. Oh, look at that wide, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, heartbreaker that is. But what a wide. I told you, entertainment is what he specializes in. However, sometimes gets reckless once in a while, but that is a very, very nice white he had actually brought. Now Sejjemba Ibra has been given a chance. Uses free ball to pot Ibra's yellow and looking for his second frame here. Ibra Sejjemba, the killer. And I can confirm now that it is 2-3. Sejjemba Ibra pulls one back and trying, of course, to reduce the gap. Rest to 6. Quarterfinals for the men. Remember, position number 1 for the men, they are bagging 2 million Uganda shillings, courtesy of Lamar Bar and Restaurant, Cars Lounge, Pole Association of Uganda, and National Council of Sports. Position number 2, 1.5, third, 750, fourth, 400 for the ladies. First position, 1.5 million, together with a trophy and a medal. Second gets a medal, 800,000. Third gets a medal with 400,000. And of course, everyone in the quarterfinals is 100,000 shillings rich. Oh no, unfortunately, things don't go very well on the break for the killer. The machine now has 2 shots. Ibra Kayanja still leading 3-2. Free shot fast. And he has not yet nominated a color to take. It's still open table. Let's see, but if I were him, definitely my eyes would be on Chagulani. And that means red. All right, so he has a second shot to close the table now, and the Reds look all ready for the taking, and I'm sure that Ibra Kayanja should be able to win this frame. Good shot from Kayanja Ibra, trying to extend the lead here, and he is no doubt one of the tournament favorites, even though there is still time. The way he played against Caesar, my oh my, everything was on point. And still even here today we are seeing some display of some fine shots from the same Ibra. 2 Ibras against each other. They are friends, but it's time for business. Look at that. Looks at the white, he loves it. From my angle, still so good. He can actually opt to play the ball down in the corner pocket or even go stand the center. He does. Find space to even kill and put Ibra's yellow on the cushion. Still Ibra Kayanja. With about 19 minutes remaining of time, Ibra Kayanja is on black, aiming for center. And the machine extends the lead here, 4-2, ladies and gentlemen. Rest to 6, 2 to go for him, 4 to go for Sejjemba. Scrap buyers well represented, so far so good. And I know the chairman of the association, who is one of the patrons of the club, watching from the comfort of his home. Big up to Bob Trubish. And everyone else who's catching this action, we are live on Facebook, Pole Association of Uganda. We're also live on YouTube, Pole Association of Uganda. The machine to break, 4-2. fouls on the break. No, he doesn't. Actually, what he did was he potted the white ball and the black ball, and according to the rules, you haven't lost the frame, you haven't fouled, but it has to be a re-rack. They put the balls back and then you break again. Well, here's a fresh opportunity now for the killer. The killer needs 2 games to equalize. He needs 4 games to win. And remember, he has to do all this in the remaining 16 minutes. Now, Ibrahim Sejjemba on the Reds. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Lamar Bar and Restaurant right here in Kansanga. We bring you the end of year championship courtesy of PAL, Pole Association of Uganda, Cars Bar and Lounge, sponsored by the National Council of Sports. My name is DMS. You could also follow me on my platforms. I'm on TikTok, X, Instagram, Telegram, name it, as Captain DMS. Sejjemba Ibra with the Reds here, he should be able to also walk through these Reds quite quickly because it looks so well positioned. Apart from the black, I'm not so sure if that black can go in center, one of those centers, or even in the the pockets which are quite diagonal to the center. But let's see, maybe he has a plan to open up. Not so sure. Maybe the black will be opened up in this shot because he plans to put that one in the downer right corner. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Good shot from the killer. Good plan. Wonderfully executed. Red goes down in the right pocket and black up for center. And Ibra closes the gap here. Sejjemba, I can officially tell you, whether it rains, he has to pot that black. It's 3 for Sejjemba Ibra and 4 for Kayanja Ibra. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. 14 minutes, someone can beat you 2 straight. In 14 minutes, someone can beat you 4 straight. Depends on how fast the games go. But what I know, if Kayanja Ibra is to win, he might need to win very, very quickly the frame that we are going to watch. And it is Sejjemba Ibra to break, ladies and gentlemen. The machine seated down there pondering on his next move, but usually when it comes to players of this class, whoever breaks has an advantage. Let's see if Ibra Sejjemba could use this to his own advantage. The killer to break. Good break. Table still open. Good break from Sejjemba Ibra. Looking at the options now, I don't know if I would choose red over yellow. But you see, it all comes down to the person who is on table, the pressure, the fitness. I think Sejjemba has opted for red, closes on red. Sejjemba Ibra has been playing for so many teams, but started, of course, his career in Capital Night as a young lad. Back in the day when there used to be a team called Mambule, he almost played for them. He was really young then, though he was watching from the sides. Elevated himself to senior player when he joined Capital Night. Then later on was signed to Ntinda Giants Polo Club. Well, he just missed that by an inch, by one. Was trying to make a connection. Put a center ball there, part of the Reds, but unfortunately he hit the jaw. And now Ibra Kayanja, the machine, has an opportunity to come back. Yeah, but just like I was saying, Ibra moved to Ntinda Giants, played for them for one season, won the league, went into COVID as the eventual winners. And then, of course, moved to Zambia, played in their domestic league. Shark was the name of the team, Sharks. Came back at the end of COVID. And then joined Mbale Polo Club. They also won that title. After Mbale Polo Club, he was signed to Roxbury Polo Club, where he plays his pole in Chiwanga currently. However, his opponent, the Machine, started off as a young teenager in Mbogo Polo Club. Went on to join Maga Polo Club at some point. Didn't actually last there. And then, of course, was convinced by Bob Trubish to join Scrap Buyers Polo Club. But just before that, also joined Mukono's team. Didn't really last because the team was cancelled along the way, and still came back to Scrap Buyers Polo Club, which he currently plays for, and he is the top scorer of the domestic league. But at the moment, we're watching Mr. Sejjemba Ibra, the killer, pulling one back here and restoring, closing in on the gap to make it 4-4. Sejjemba up against the black. Pots 4, Sejjemba 4, Kayanja. The Machine 4, the Killer 4. Rest to 2. Remember, they have about 10 minutes of time remaining. However, some of the updates going on the other tables. Quickly. Some of our friends were wondering what is the entrance fee. I've seen one of the comments there on YouTube. Entrance fee here was 5,000 shillings yesterday. So in case you're planning to come to watch and you want to be live, just like me, you can take a Bajaj. That's a border from the middle of town. I think at most it should be about 4,000 shillings. That's like $1. $1 to get where we are. You could bargain and get here for 4,000 shillings. But this tournament ends today, started yesterday, and right now what you are watching is a quarter-final clash between two Ibras. The Ibra you're watching is the one that eliminated Chandiga Caesar. The other Ibra, however, who was equalized and sitting down, is the one who eliminated Zambia's Mofire. So whoever makes it from here will book a place in the semi-finals. And I do not know which Ibra it is, but that's a very fine shot by the Machine. I think he might need to port the center with a bit of follow to avoid a scenario where, oh no, or he chooses to go for the other option. He's going to go up and then down. Just like I told you, if you are looking for entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, those flourish, lovely whites that are good to record and you actually use them for content on some of your TikTok channels, this is your guy. But now he needs to take a good shot here. Wow. Wow. Ecstatic goes the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. We are watching the machine at his finest. Poised now to look for just one in the remaining 7 minutes. Ibra Kayanja the machine, 5. Sejjemba Ibra, 4. Interesting it is. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. My name is DMS. I am together with the team from ATA to bring you all the super action live from Kansanga at Lama Bar and Restaurant. We are proudly sponsored by the Pole Association of Uganda, together with the National Council of Sports, and of course hosted by CAS and Lama Bar. And this is a quarter-final clash. It's great to see some of the legends here, but also big up to the fraternity in the media who are covering this, from Bata to Kawowo to Bukede to the New Vision to the Daily Monitor to Sanyuka, NBS Sport. Thank you so much for giving us representation and making sure, of course, every single person in the country gets to watch and find out the details of our beloved sport. Ibra Sejjemba, 1 frame shy of equalizing here, but that has to be in the next 6 minutes. Chooses yellow. There's a yellow up on the cushion which is being obstructed by the black. I don't know if this was the best choice for him, but player of such class, sometimes that is very little to worry about. However, I don't know if Sejjemba Ibra is planning to go up or down first, but if he goes up, if he does go up, maybe not to port and just book that pocket. I don't know. Maybe to port. Wow. Wow, I didn't even see that coming. That's a great shot from Sejjemba Ibra. An off ball on black to open up space for his yellow, which was actually incarcerated. And now tries to see Sejjemba. What is happening? What is happening, my brother? Not a very good shot. Not at this time when Kayanja Ibra is in the lead. Well, Ibra didn't pot, but the result wasn't bad. Results from elsewhere. Results from elsewhere. Big up to some of our YouTube followers on the association page. Thank you so much for catching us live. We appreciate you. We know when it comes to live streaming, 2 things are in play. One is time, the second is data, and we know none of us is giving you that data. You're watching on your very own money. I appreciate you for taking your time and sharing, of course, this wonderful, wonderful sport with us. YouTube and Facebook, big up. Kayanja Ibra on the Reds. Kayanja Ibra leading 5-4. Kayanja Ibra leads 5-4 but looks for 1 to win. Sejjemba Ibra, the one seated down, is on 4, is looking for 2. Remember, it is 3 minutes of time remaining. Kayanja is aware. Look at that. If, and I say just if, Ibra Kayanja wins here, he'll be qualifying straight into the semi-final. So will Sejjemba Ibra if he can change the way things are going. But remember, there's time in play. So I don't know. There's a plan for Kayanja Ibra that I'm not so sure of here. Maybe he's trying to go for an off ball, probably. No off ball needed. No off ball needed. The machine has gone, ladies and gentlemen. The machine is on fire. The machine, one frame shy, one frame away to eliminate. One frame away to eliminate Sejjemba Ibra. The machine on black, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to witness another giant go down. Congratulations to the machine, just eliminated the killer. I suppose now he can take both of the names, the machine killer, through to the semi-final. Congratulations to the young man. And we're bringing you another game on table. That's on the center table. And this is going to be another one to watch. We bring you Zambia's finest, Fikoti, Calvin Inkandu, up against our very own sharpshooter, Kasozi Joseph. I'll be back in just shortly. And remember, all the action is live on Facebook and on YouTube, All Association of Uganda.